Hi, I'm Matt O'Connell of GreatDivorceAdvice.com. I've been helping people like you through the divorce process since 2005. I help my clients get through the process much faster than they would by using an attorney. I can usually get my clients through the process in about a week or so, and typically for only a few $100s. I do this because I focus on what matters and what's important. And if it's one thing I've learned over the years, it's that a lot of people really misunderstand how the divorce process really works. Now, the traditional divorce process isn't designed to get people through the divorce process quickly. It's designed to get you into court and bog you down for months. This is because most divorce attorneys are paid $300 or more an hour. They're in no rush to settle your case. Now, over the years, I've noticed a few shocking things about the divorce industry, and I'd like to share 5 of the most important shocks that people learn about the divorce industry. First, you don't need an attorney. Most people are under the impression that they need a lawyer to get through the divorce process. Nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, my experience shows that you'll be much better off without an attorney. Unfortunately, most people's first reaction when going through a divorce is to go out and hire an attorney from Dewey, Cheatham and Howe. That is a mistake. As I said, the attorneys have every incentive in the world to slow the process down, and they're generally in no rush to keep you informed or to speed you through the process and get a quick result. If you're using an attorney, you probably know this already. Number 2, most people are very surprised when they learn that their lawyer will demand a large retainer fee, typically $5,000 or more. Why do lawyers do this? Because they want you to pay up front. They know that they're going to have a dissatisfied customer on their hands at the end of this process, so they want to collect their money up front, which is why they insist on a large retainer fee. Oftentimes they'll tell you you'll get this retainer fee back, but it's amazing how those hours get consumed, and when they're charging $300 an hour and up, a $5,000 retainer fee can get consumed very quickly, especially when they're working as inefficiently as they do. Another thing that people are typically shocked to learn is that most of the forms that you need to conduct your divorce can be found online for free. That's right, you can go to the internet and you can typically find any form that you need and just download it, fill it out, and then file it. If you're not really a do-it-yourselfer, you can hire a paralegal who will write these forms and legal documents up for you at a fraction of what an attorney would charge. And here's a secret the divorce industry really doesn't want you to know. Most lawyers don't write their own documents and forms. Most lawyers use a paralegal to write those forms. Why not cut out the middleman and hire the paralegal yourself at a fraction of the cost? Shock number 4 is that most people don't realize that your divorce can be settled in about a week. All divorces have 2 things in common. They'll all start when somebody files for divorce, and they'll all end with a divorce decree. It is technically possible to file for divorce on Monday and then file your divorce decree on Tuesday, 24 hours later. Most lawyers, of course, won't tell you this because they won't make a lot of money if you only have a 24-hour divorce. But yes, most of my clients are very surprised to learn that we can actually get their divorce done in about a week. Most people are under the impression that divorce takes months. And if you use an attorney and run a traditional divorce, it will. But I generally get my clients through the whole process in just about a week or 2. Divorce shock number 5 is that 98% of all divorce cases are settled outside of court. That's right, only 2% of divorces are settled by a judge. Now, that doesn't mean that the 98% who ultimately settle themselves don't have multiple court appearances. If you use an attorney, that's pretty much guaranteed. But the takeaway here is that 98% of people ultimately settle outside of court. Unfortunately, most of those people usually take months to do so. Knowing that there's a statistical 98% chance that your divorce will be settled outside of court, why bother going to court in the first place? Just get the out-of-court settlement that you're likely going to end up with anyway. It'll be much cheaper, and you'll likely get a much better result. So those are just 5 examples of the divorce shocks that most of my clients have that they're surprised to learn about. Now, these aren't the only shockers. There are many others. But the point being, you don't have to be shocked. If you follow a traditional divorce process, you'll not only be frustrated and stressed, but you'll also be shocked at a lot of these surprises that you learn along the way. For a better alternative, visit my website. And also, click the button below to subscribe to this channel, where we help you get through the divorce process much faster and far cheaper than you would otherwise.